I worked at that company for almost 15 years. 15 years of deadlines. Late nights. Last-minute presentations. 15 years of building a reputation as the reliable one. The one who produced clean, polished work that made other departments look good. I wasn't flashy. I didn't brag. I didn't blow my own horn. Then they hired Tom. Tom arrived like a walking resume, loud, confident, chest puffed out like he'd just single-handedly saved the corporation from collapse. He was technically a supervisor, but not mine. And yet I'd come back from lunch and find my documents shifted, slightly on my desk. Not in the messy way I left them, but handled. At first. I thought I was imagining it. Then one afternoon, I overheard him telling his team, just use this as a base. Modify it to fit what you're working on. I peeked and. It was my work. He'd photocopied it. No mention of me. No courtesy heads up. Nothing. Now, honestly. We worked for the same company. Sharing resources didn't bother me. What bothered me was the sneaking. The rummaging. The entitlement. He never asked. He just took. And then he'd stand there in meetings, basking in the glow of his team's great output, nodding as if he'd personally crafted every word. He wasn't well liked, but he outranked most of us. Which meant he got away with it. Every year, my friend Bert and I attended a professional conference in Hawaii. It wasn't a vacation, but it felt like one. It was a reward for strong performance. A perk for putting in the work all year long. It was held at a gorgeous resort hotel in Waikiki Beach. Rooms filled up fast. If you didn't book early, you were out of luck. One afternoon, I had my travel authorization form sitting on my desk. I stepped away. When I came back, it was slightly out of place. You already know where this is going. A few days later, I found out Tom had submitted his own authorization. He'd seen mine. And decided he was going. Management told him there was only funding for 2 people. So what did Tom do? He escalated it up the chain. And because he outranked Bert and me, one of us had to withdraw. We literally flipped a coin in the break room. The coin spun in. The air, like fate itself, was holding its breath. I won. Bert smiled and shrugged it off, but I could tell he was disappointed. And Tom? Tom made sure the entire office knew he was going to Hawaii. Oh yeah, business class, he'd say, loudly, staying at a Hawaiian resort. He told me I was expected to introduce him to all the regulars. Take him to the best restaurants, show him a good time. Expected, like I was his cruise. Director. Something in me shifted then, a quiet click. I traveled often. I had a mountain of frequent flyer miles saved up because the flight from the East Coast to Honolulu was so long. We were authorized to fly business class, but I didn't want to sit next to Tom for 10 hours. So I upgraded myself to first class using miles. Didn't tell him. Didn't hint at it. Just quietly. Upgraded. The travel agent even managed to secure us rooms at the resort. A small miracle. Honestly. Tom bragged nonstop in the days leading up to departure. Hawaiian resort. Business class. He soaked up attention like a sponge, and that's when I made the call. Saturday afternoon. The day before departure. I called the airline to confirm my reservation, something I'd learned to do after years of travel hiccups. The agent told me something interesting. No business or first class seats available anymore, but coach still has a few. Coach. That word hung in the air. And then the idea bloomed. I waited a few hours. Found a payphone. Called the airline. Changed Tom's reservation to a Monday business class flight. Then I called the hotel. And canceled his room. My heart was pounding the entire time. Not with fear. With anticipation. Sunday morning at the airport. I checked in, smiled, calmed. Then I walked into the first class lounge. Soft lighting, plush chairs, the faint clink of glasses, the smell of coffee and polished leather. Peace. When boarding was announced, I walked to the gate just as first class was called. I settled into my wide leather seat. Ordered a drink. Exhaled. Passengers streamed in. And then there he was, storming down the jetway, face flushed crimson. He saw me. Stopped. You wouldn't believe this, he hissed. The airline screwed up my reservation. The flight attendant stepped in smoothly. Sir, you'll need to take your seat. He demanded to know if there were any seats available outside coach. No, sir. The premium cabins are full. He trudged back. Middle seat. Center row of 5.10 hours. Twice during the flight, he marched up to my seat to complain. They changed my ticket. I was supposed to be in business. I nodded sympathetically. He even actually asked, if I'd switch with him for the last half of the flight. I smiled politely. No. I'm comfortable here. He didn't speak to me again until baggage claim. We took the shuttle to the resort. Palm trees swaying. Warm Hawaiian air. Ocean breeze. We waited in line to check in. I stepped forward first. Reservation. Confirmed. Ocean-view suite. Balcony. Separate living area. 2 queen beds. Then it was Tom's turn. Tap, tap, tap on the keyboard. The clerk frowned. I'm sorry, sir. We don't have a reservation under your name. His voice rose instantly. That's impossible. She checked again. Nothing. The hotel was sold out. Completely. A manager was called. Tom's volume increased. I didn't stay to watch the full performance. I took my key and went upstairs. 15 minutes later. My room phone rang. It was Tom. He was staying at a motel 10 minutes away. He demanded to share my room. It's where the conference is. This is ridiculous. I looked around my spacious suite. 2 beds. Balcony. Ocean shimmering in the distance. I'm sorry, I said calmly. My room only has 1 bed. Silence. Then a frustrated exhale. Click. I saw him at sessions. He looked tired. Wrinkled. Less smug. I let him tag along the first night for dinner. I'm not heartless, but the glow was gone. The bragging stopped, and I slept every night in crisp white sheets. Balcony doors cracked open to the sound of the Pacific. The real revenge wasn't loud. It wasn't explosive. It was subtle. It was watching the man who snooped through my desk, who leveraged his rank to push us aside, who bragged endlessly about his Hawaiian resort experience, sit in a cramped middle seat, sweat in frustration, and then get told, no reservation. We're sold out. It was poetic. He thought his title gave him control. But for 1 week, control belonged to me. And the best part? No one ever suspected a thing. Sometimes revenge isn't about destroying someone. It's about restoring balance. About reminding someone that rank doesn't equal respect. And sometimes karma flies first class. If this story made you smile, hit that like button. Tell me in the comments, would you have switched seats? And if you love stories where arrogance meets consequences, subscribe for more Broken Trust Chronicles every week. Because sometimes the middle seat is exactly where karma wants you.